Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Welcome to Science Class 4, Unit number 1, The Human Body, Lecture number 1. Dear students, today we will discuss Unit number 1, The Human Body. First I read recall. The body contains many organs. The organs enable the systems of the body to function. The brain is the control center of the body. It means that our body contains many organs. There are many organs in our body, for example, heart, brain, lungs, kidneys, stomach. They all are the organs. And organs make it possible for the systems to function. And all the functions are controlled by the brain. You will learn that all living things are made up of cells. Tissues are special group of cells which perform a similar job. Groups of tissues that work together are called organs. Each organ has a special function. Groups of organs work together in organ systems. Our muscles and bones work together as the musculoskeletal system. There are different types of muscles: smooth, cardiac, and skeletal. We need to look after our bones so they do not break. I'll give you just a little summary about what you're going to study in this unit. That our body is made up of cells. Tissues are the special group of cells which perform similar job. It means that cells of same kind group together to form tissues, and then tissues of same kind group together to form organ. And there are different organs in the body, and all the organs have different function to perform. Then group of organs work together in organ systems. Means different organs combine together, work together to form a system. Then we will discuss about the musculoskeletal system. Basically it is the combination of two systems, that is muscular system and skeletal system. Then we shall discuss about the types of muscles, and after that we will study that how to look after the bones because they are delicate and they can break. Cells. Like all living things, the human body is made up of cells. Cells are the smallest building units of living things. We have bone cells, muscle cells, heart cells, blood cells, and so on. Bones are made of living cells. Our body is made up of cells. We are living things. What are living things? Things that are alive, things that grow, that breathe, that reproduce are called living things. For example, human beings, birds, plants are living things. Chair, table, book, bed, they are non-living things. So, living things are made up of cells. For example, if we build a house, the basic thing required for building a house is brick. Similarly, for building a living thing, a living body, cells are necessary. They are the smallest building blocks of the body. And we have different cells in our body, as we have studied here: muscle cells, heart cells, bone cells, blood cells, and so on. There are different types of cells, and all the cells have different shapes and structures, and they do different jobs. Now just have a look over here. The first is the nerve cell, then red blood cells, and epithelial cells. We can see their shapes are different, and similarly their function is also different. And bones are also made up of cells. Tissues. Cells group together to form tissues. A tissue is a special group of cells which perform a similar job. Tissues can be muscular, connective, nervous, or epithelial. Bone is a connective tissue. Now, what is a tissue? Cells group together. Cells come together to form a tissue, and that cells perform a similar job. Same kind of cells come together, group together, and form a tissue. And there are different types of tissues in our body that are muscular, connective, nervous, or epithelial tissue. The bone which is present in your body is also an example of tissue. Now look at the picture here. The first type of tissue is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue can be found in nerves and spinal cord. Spinal cord. What is spinal cord? It is a long tubular thin structure, and its function is to connect the brain to the nerves throughout the body. And its function is to transmit signals to and from the brain. It carries signals or it carries messages from the brain or to the brain. The second type of tissue is muscle tissue. The muscle tissues are present throughout your body. They are joined with your bones, and their function is they help movement. They help to move your body. If there are no muscle tissues, your body can't move. There are different types of muscle tissues: cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles, and smooth muscles. Why muscle tissue help the body to move? Because they have the ability to contract, to squeeze. That's why muscle tissues are able to move. The third one is the epithelial tissue. Epidermis, the outermost layer of the skin, lining of digestive tract organs. Now, what is epidermis? Epidermis is the outermost skin of your body. There are 3 layers of skin in your body, and the one which is exposed to the environment, the outermost, this is called epidermis, and it is made up of epithelial tissues. And the organs which are present in your digestive system or digestive tract, they all are lined with the epithelial tissues. For example, your mouth, the tissues inside your mouth, they are epithelial tissues. Similarly, digestive tract means the system which help your body to digest the food. So all the organs within the digestive system that are involved in digestion are all lined with epithelial tissues. For example, your stomach, the inner lining of the stomach is also epithelial tissue. As I have told you before, the tissues in your mouth, that are also epithelial tissues, and they are also present in the hollow cavities. Hollow cavities mean the cavities which are empty from inside. For example, your blood vessels. Blood vessels, what are blood vessels? The arteries, veins, and capillaries are the blood vessels. Their inner lining is also made of epithelial tissues. And the last is the connective tissue. As the name shows, the connective tissues, the function is to connect different tissue, to bind the tissues together, and they can be found in fats. Fat means charbi, जो चर्बी होती है, and other soft padding tissue, bone, tendons. Soft padding tissues are the tissues which are present in the paws. They cushions the body. That are also made up of connective tissue. And bone, as I have told you earlier, bone is also made up of connective tissue. Tendons are the muscles that join tendons are the tissues that join muscles to bones. जो हड्डी को जोड़ते हैं गोश्त के साथ, मसल्स के साथ, उन्हें टेंडन्स कहा जाता है. And they are also made up of connective tissues. And their also function is to support and to protect the body organs. Now, what protect the body organs? Bones. As I have told you earlier, that bone is made up of connective tissue, and its function is to protect the internal soft organs. For example, your heart and lungs. They are very delicate, they are very soft, so they are protected by the ribs. Rib cage is there, and they are present within the rib cage. So the function of the connective tissue is it gives also shape to the organs, like bones. If there are no bones in the body, your body doesn't have any shape. So the shape is just because of the bones, right? And bone is an example of connective tissue. So the function of connective tissue is to connect and bind the organs, to hold the organs, and they give protection to the organs and support as well. Now the functions of different tissue types. Type of tissues, again, we can summarize here. Muscular tissue brings about movement. It helps the body to move. Connective tissue gives shape to organs and holds them in place. Nervous tissue, as I have told you, sends signals to and from the brain. Epithelial tissue covers some part of the body. As I have told you, it is present in the outer layer of the skin. Meanings of difficult words: perform, carry out, tract, a major passage in the body, padding tissue, a fatty mass of tissue acting as a cushion in the body as on the underside of a paw. Paw means panja, signals, instruction or information. Thank you, dear students.